Congratulations! This game's winner is Kirby!
Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's live stream, I'll be playing what you guys want to see played. Hopefully we get some better teams compared to earlier today, because the teams really sucked earlier today. However, should be better, because it's a little bit later at night. Today's stream is a little bit later than I wanted, but I did a lot today. I did my first live stream, then Platoon of the Friend, who hasn't been on in like a month, and then I went to the Sonoran Desert, which is a little bit away from where I live, and I looked around for some animals and stuff like that. I found desert toads, which I probably shouldn't have picked it up. for those of you that don't know what a desert toad is, it's a toad that lives in the desert. It's actually called the Sonoran toad. But the problem is the toxins they have on their skin can literally kill you if ingested. Not usually, but they can. They can cause respiratory failure. And even if they don't kill you, they'll still, you know, put you in the hospital. I picked up one of the toads because it was really cute, but then I had to wash my hands and make sure I couldn't touch my mouth until I got home. So that's one of the downsides. I found a tiger rattlesnake, which is pretty cool, crossing the road. And then I also saw a couple kangaroo rats. It's a real thing. They were pretty cute. Oh, and I took a picture of a tarantula that I found outside. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let me see. Look at this. There's the snake. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's the rattlesnake that I found. And then I also took a picture of the... Come on. Come on. Either way, it's a tarantula. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I took a picture of a tarantula. Those are the two things that I took pictures of. And I have pictures of the toad on my dad's phone. And yeah, that's about it. So pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Hicks, what am I looking at? What is that? You poob. Alright, when are we gonna platoon? When you give me 2 doll hairs. Ha ha ha. Alright. Pharaoh? Alright, sure. That's an interesting tier 7, but I'll play in it. Why not? The Pharaoh. Where the hell is this dog that's woofing? I just love how there's a dead guy in the top. Alright, battle! Are you interested in nature? Well, I would assume from the story I just gave you, yes. Rattlesnaked? Yeah, well, my dad's not the brightest sometimes. He's incredibly smart because he was one of the top doctors in Bergen County when we lived there, and he was like one of the top doctors for like 15 years there. So he's really smart in that regard. But in terms of animal safety, he's not always the brightest. He loves animals, especially reptiles. So when we saw the rattlesnake, he literally bolted out of the car at 900 miles an hour to like go run up to it. And I'm like, Dad, you're gonna die. The rattlesnake's on. I'm like, dude, what are we doing? It's fine. I'm in the life insurance. It's fine. And there's a pretty good medical care where I live, so. Giovanni, what am I reading, dude? Spamming 1v1 me. Sam, do your moderator job. You poob. This gun really doesn't... No, it does bloom a lot. The size of that aiming circle is larger than it is here. That's weird. Okay. Bruh, dude just snaps that. Okay. Okay. The heck shot me? Oh. This thing's whole roof is spaced, so I wasn't worried. Yes, good job. Good job, Kari. Nah. I'm using this guy as armor. Yes. Good boy. Okay. This Kari is really annoying me, because there's a perfectly healthy VK100 in front, and he's still focusing me. That's crazy, dude. Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye. There you go. I hate... When people tunnel like that, it's just so lame. Bot. Bro, what? You're the one who poked. How is it my fault? Come on, Jagdpanzer. There's a 237 and a 283. The gun on this tank is actually quite nice, as we can see. Problem is it has a very long reload. So once you shoot the shells, you gotta wait and cover. Also, I gotta turn down my game audio a little bit. Yeah, you wanna call me a bot? Let's see who's the bot now, bozo. There's a lot of dangerous animals in Arizona. I mean, only if you go outside and, like, lick a frickin' toad. Like, you're not gonna die as long as you use common sense. To be fair, most Americans are dumb, but still, as long as you use common sense, you're totally fine. Like, even picking up the toad, as long as you don't lick your fingers or something, you should be totally fine. Totally fine. Type 57. Sure. Nice Tonkaler. Battle! As always, if you guys want to see something specific played, donations are not required, but they do help out the channel a decent amount, as you can imagine. You poob. Alright, here we go. Who the hell messaged me? Oh, my sister. Bro, I just got like 8,000 messages. Oh my god, they're still coming in. I touched a Type 57 in my silencer today. So you silenced him. I mean, the silencer is pretty overpowered, so I'm not too shocked. An interesting play from the T-23-3. I don't know what's behind me, but... An E-25. Out of all tanks, dude? Not the E-25. What will I ever do? I'm gonna move over here. Going to ignore all of that action. See if I can HE the back. No, but 412 is still decent. The type is actually a fantastic tier 8 heavy. The DPM, definitely on the lower side, but the fact that this is a hull down heavy, which has 430 alpha, which has pretty good overall gun depression. 9 degrees of gun depression, dude. So it's got the gun depression. It's got pretty good mobility, everything considered. Look at that alpha, too. 430 damage per shot. This thing hits really, really hard. So in general, you don't have to be too cautious in this tank. And we just back off the hill. Like, I don't know what this enemy team's doing, but clearly they're not doing the best job at it. Alright. Climbing up, climbing up. Just fire standard shell. I was tempted to load an HE, but there's really no point. I doing blue? Yeah, I consider the Type 57 to be one of the best tier 8 heavies in the game. The Type 63 is incredibly overpowered, and I consider this tank to be almost as good as the Type 63, to be entirely honest. Like, this thing is a bop. And the fact that it features reticle Cali is so nice. Well, didn't pen, but still a little bit of extra damage. Alright, let's move up. It's aiming on the Forest Witch. There you go, 420. Yeah, I'll use my repair kit. SU-130 is dead from our E25. And now it's E25 versus E25. Most Americans are stupid. How much do you own that fancy luxury car you bought? Nothing, because I have enough money to pay for it. I know, it's crazy. Fun fact, if you don't buy new cars, they don't cost new money. The car, the average purchase price in America, and by the way, it's not just Americans, it's the entire world, right? People always act like, oh, you know, my country's smart. No, every country has the same stupid people. But Americans are louder and more obnoxious when it comes to being stupid, which makes Americans seem much more stupid. But the car that I bought was $72,000 new, but it's a 2021, so it only cost me $36. It was about half the price. And if you look at the average purchase price of a car in America, it's $50,000. So actually the car I bought was around the same price as a new Toyota Camry. It's not actually that much money. It is a lot of money if you don't have enough money, but for me, I have enough money, and I don't mind spending a little bit. Plus, I need to build my credit score. So, yeah, there's really no downside to it. Brother, I'm just gonna go into the base. This is a waste of my time. We're getting there. Yeah, I would never buy a new car. There's literally no reason to buy a new car. I really don't. I don't know why people buy new cars. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe last enemy's AFK. Dude, it's literally the E25 that we've seen running around the map the entire game. What do you mean he's AFK? Like, what do you mean? Young and nice car, I assume payments? I mean, it is paid, or I'm paying monthly for it, but I don't need to. I have money in the market, and I'm putting my money into a Roth IRA. So I make a lot more money investing the cash than I do paying for the car, right? If I pay the X amount of money the car costs, it's going to lose me more money than if I just invest that money and then make more over time.
$1.99 through Super Chat. Hey Doodle, by the way, uni is going great. How's Blib?
Very goob. Bro, what is this guy doing? What am I looking at? Yeah, no, I would rather invest my money in the market than not. Thank you for the donation, North. 53 TP. You know what? You donate a lot, Inverted, so I will do the 53 TP for you. A gesture of poobness. Sweet. I'm gonna leave the camo on it. I was tempted to put on my pro camo, but I won't. I'm doing pretty good though. TTV, nice to see you on the channel. Just been chilling. University, are you in college or are you not in America anymore? Because usually when people say university, they're outside the country. I have a Ferrari. I don't really like Ferraris, I'm gonna be honest. I think that they're nice cars, but I also think that Ferrari is a douchebag, litigious company, and I wouldn't own a car that the company doesn't really like. You know, I personally like Lamborghinis more. But to be honest, if I were to buy any sports car, it would be a Corvette. Because A, they're reliable, B, their parts are American made, which means not only are you supporting American companies, but you're also having cheap repairs, right? If something goes wrong with your Ferrari, you're putting 20 G's away for a new paint job, new fender, new exhaust, versus, you know, a Corvette. It's going to be a fifth the price. And not only that, but Corvettes, the new ones, especially the ZR1, will literally blow the doors off of any Ferrari, let alone, you know. It's just, that I just think Corvette is so good nowadays. Nice shot. It's not a sports car, it's a supercar. I don't really think supercars exist unless you're playing like GTA, because nobody's realistically going to be driving their car over 100 miles per hour on any road. There you go. 473. Chill over here. Miata is the everyman sports car. I think Corvette is really just as good of a deal. Honestly, Corvettes are just so good nowadays. They used to be like the old man car, but Corvettes are just a freaking bop now. Man, that would have penned if it was an HE, but I didn't trust my RNG at that distance. Also, that's the same E25 from the last game. But, you know, I've realized that I don't need to spend my money on cars or anything. I'm planning to just save my money, invest in real estate, and that's about it. Let me see that 116 with pro camos. Alright, you
Goat
poogler.
donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
Inverted!
53
How dare you!
TPLS.
Can I HE him anywhere? No. I was kind of hoping I could hit him in the engine deck and HE pen him, but of course, that was not a possibility. I don't know if I out-reload this guy. I'm hoping that my Progetto kills him, because there's a 50-50 I out-reloaded. Okay, he's dead. Panther bounced me. Panther's dead. I always say this every time I play in the 53 TP, but a lot of people don't realize this thing has incredible aiming time. It's like 3.5 seconds, which makes it the fastest aiming time heavy in Tier 8. Not only that, for the alpha damage and the fact it has tungsten, it's actually incredible. Not to mention the turret on this tank is so strong that even an ISU can't pen it reliably. Like, this thing features really, really good capabilities. It's actually a beast. I meant, oh, Boulder. Very nice. Pretty chill game in the 53 TP. I guess I'm playing in it again. But yeah, the 53 TP is so good. Look at the aiming time on this thing. We go over to the gun. And there it is, 3.5 seconds of aiming time. And the dispersion's not that bad either at 0.312. The alpha damage is great. And, let me see if I can pull up the armor profile of this vehicle. Blitz kit, Tankopedia, 53 TP. I need to figure out how to set. I need to make a would this work? Display 1? I'm gonna do display capture, and then I'm gonna set this to. No, that's not what I want. Display. Ah, there you go. All right. Well, I'll fix it in a moment. I don't really think I can fix it actually. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna set it back to this. I'll have to mess around with that at some point, but we're not gonna do it right now. Gooning on pro camo like me. Okay. The other thing that's crazy about... Ugh, I got hiccups. The other thing that's crazy about this tank is it's fast. As you can see, I'm chilling at 40 kilometers per hour right now. Like, this thing is mobile. It's got DPM. It's got gun depression. Watch this. We're going to shoot this E25. Dead. Play the Kron. Thank you for the donation. What is that? The femboy smile? Anytime I see the cat smile,
North donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
I just consider it to be the femboy
Cram,
smile.
3.
Okay, we got a T-49 on the side. Hello. How are you doing? T-49 can't pen me. No. And if I drive out sideways, the T-49 has to be in my view. Ooh! Bro just got nutted on. Oh, man. Oh, no, not the T-20. What will I ever do? Oh, darn. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-O. Yeah, this tank is so incredibly OP. It's actually kind of dumb. The only weak point on the turret is the hatch, and you can't even hit it. Just give me a... you know, actually, I'm just going to ignore the T-20. I'm just going to shoot the WZ. Oh, G-Source trying to shoot me, too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Aiming. Bonk. 489 tungsten shell. Has become the femboy smile. It has. It is the femboy smile. Oh, there goes that guy. I don't really care about the glacial, to be honest. I'm going to ignore the glacial and shoot the Super Hellcat, which... Ooh, nice. 493. This gun just chunks. There you go. 4,000 damage. The 53 TP is easily one of the best tier 8s in the game. Whether you're a player that wants to drive overpowered premiums or whatever, this is a tank that's really good. It really is. I don't think we even probably aced it, but maybe, you never know. Yeah, second class. It's just crazy good. The whole 60 TP line is amazing, and I don't know what my stats are in this thing. 79%. I've only played it 47 games, but still, the fact I'm almost averaging 3K with 80% in a tier 8 that hasn't been changed since release, it's crazy. Get your hands on this thing, dude. Okay. What's my opinion on the M48 patent? I think the M48 patent is one of the better tier 10 mediums. I think it's incredibly capable, especially if you're using the vehicle with its gun depression. It's basically impossible to hit apart from the hatch. And not only that, the vehicle has gear oil, which actually allows it to achieve a top speed upwards of 56 kilometers per hour, also reversing at 25 kilometers per hour. It has great DPM, solid accuracy, and it's just a great tank. It also has reactive. So I think the M48 patent is about as good as the E50M. The E50M is a pushing tank, the M48 patent is a holding tank. So it depends which of the two you're going for. What is the current meta of tier 8 medium and light tank on Tech Tree? Well, honestly, I don't think there's any mediums at tier 8 that stand out to me. The P44 Pantera is quite nice. I will say that. But let me look at tier 8 mediums really quick on the Tech Tree. Tier 8 Tech Tree medium. So we have the T69 Pershing, Indian, Panther 2, T44, Cent, STA 34-2. Honestly, the three best mediums in tier 8, if you ask me, Arak 105 Proto, P44 Pantera, and TVP VTU. Apart from that, I honestly don't think any of the tanks are particularly special. Speed. I wanted to do that. Everybody just wants to mute Giovanni. My name is Giovanni Giorgio. Also, this spawn is so unfair. Why does this side of the map get this haul down spot here? I mean, it doesn't matter when my RNG does that. This is what I mean, guys, by I still have... That 183 would be dead right now if my shots didn't screw me over. And to be fair, he still died. But it's just really annoying that I have the easiest shots ever and all three... Well, not all three. 2 miss. But it's just crazy, you know, because you lose DPM dumping the clip, and, you know, you're trying to help your team or whatever, and then Wargaming just says, nah, you're going to miss those shots. Like, really? Dude's 100 meters away from me. Those shots should not be missing. Alright, well, at least we hit those. But what I was saying before is this spot is overpowered. This side of the map has a haul down position for heavies to work. The other side of the map doesn't. It's just a classic example of Wargaming not knowing how to balance their own game. Why does this side of the map get a haul down spot where the enemy physically can't counter me, and the other side has no haul down spot at all? Like, they literally have no haul down spot. There's nowhere they can work. Anybody that's played on this map for years is aware of this, but it's just so stupid because... It's just like, why? Why do you do this, Wargaming? Why do we have such bad map design that basically you're screwed over if, you know, you're not in the correct spawn? It's really, really dumb. We're going to get a nice tracking shell into the enemy VK. And here's the thing about the Kron. You have more DPM on single shot. Okay. Alright, dude. Alright. Well, we're going to get 1 shell into the enemy VK. We're going to get 2 shells into the enemy VK. And we're going to get 3 shells into the enemy VK, and then I'm going to hopefully back up before either of these players can hit me, which I did. So that was still a pretty positive trade in my part. Just don't know why the rest of my team didn't push up to help me, because I thought they were going to be real. Okay. Oh, I can't back up. I'm in a real awkward spot right now. I'm going to have to move up here, and perfect. Okay, our teammate gets the clear. I'm going to move up to this position. And I'm just gonna hope that the 100 is bad. There's 1. There's 2. Okay, we're good. We're good. Let's use my repair kit again. Yeah, we're doing totally fine right now. There's the Progetto shooting the Grille. Yep, there you go. I don't really care too much, though. Oh, that I do care about. I hate the Hori, dude. The thing that's really dumb about the Kron is that it actually is really good DPM. Like, really good DPM. It's, oh, we're dead. Yep. Because the Progetto penned me. Man, that prog really wanted me. I still did fine. 3,700 damage, 1,800 assisted. It's kind of hard to do bad in a Kron. It really is. So basically, Autoloader and high alpha mediums are the current meta despite the armor profile. Sec. Oh. 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 Trying to have my iced tea, dude. Here's the thing. Tier 8. I mean, you asked me about tech trees. There aren't really any armored tier 8 tech tree mediums. There aren't. I mean, I guess you can say, like, the Panther 2 is kind of like...
donated $2.79 through Super Chat.
Thank you for the donation,
Type
Hicks.
63, hopefully you get a good map.
But, as I was saying, you don't really have many mediums that have a lot of armor on the tech tree in tier 8. Not a bad game, though. I mean, as I told you guys in the past, my cron has, like, insane stats. 1,100 games, 77%. It's hard to do bad in a cron. It really is. Now, we have to swap... I don't have the Type 63. I don't want to swap over to my press account because I'm on my Microsoft edition, so I'd actually have to find the press account password, and that would be a pain in the butt. So let me do the next closest thing for you, Hicks. Let me use another tank that has really good gun depression, solid turret armor, and similar capabilities to the Type 63. Trying to think. Well, this is about as close as I can get. And honestly, I think that the Tornvon is still really, really overpowered. It's got similar mobility, more alpha, actually really, really good pen. So I consider this tank to be really, really good. Ugh. Okay. There you go. Why did the Droodles cross the road to get away from the 40% players? Sir. What am I reading, sir? Opinion on the WZ-114. Are you referring to the 114 SP2 or the Tier 9 114 Heavy? I'm going to assume you're talking about the 114 Tier 9. And, oh, it's a bug. Oh, go away. I tapped the bug. I saw something on my mouse pad. And, I saw something on my mouse pad, and it looked like a little... I don't know, a little piece of chocolate or something, so I tapped it, and it started moving, and then it flew at me, dude. I don't mind bugs, but, like, I don't know, whenever something flies towards me, my natural instinct is going to be, like, to swat it away or something, right? Here we are. Tornvon legendary camos. I agree. It's very mid. My nose is really itchy. Alright, guys. We got the Swedish voices. Yeah, but as I said, the thing that's weird about the Tornvon is that it's pretty fast. And it has good hull armor. It has incredible turret armor. It has good alpha. It's got better accuracy than Soviet heavies. Wargaming really said, let's just make like a better heavy. Tier 9, yeah. I like the 114 Tier 9. Good gun depression. Really good armor. Wait, it's honestly got much better armor than the Tier 10. And its gun has really nice alpha damage. It kind of checks off all the boxes for, like, tanks that I enjoy. Is this T-49 going to back up? Dude literally got nuked. Didn't even get a shot out. Just got freaking crapped on. Tiger's over there, so at this point we know that the enemy team is kind of alone. That T-49 Fearless is not enjoying this. Goodbye. Man, these players are just getting nuked. 50 damage, bruh. I can't get any damage. They're all just dead. Our whole team's autoloaders. Oh my cringe, dude. Look at this. Watch his health just evaporate. Yep, there it is. Holy crap. Autoloaders are so dumb. They just suck all the damage away. It's so lame. We have a Progetto, we have an AMX 13 M24, and both of them have just been going. I literally can't pen that. Yeah, I can't. I just can't pen that. I don't have heat. Heat as a premium shell is great because it overmatches really, really tricky angles. But when you don't have heat as a premium shell, you... Brother. This is the most boring battle ever. It was basically me struggling to deal damage. That's what this game was. Bro, stop YOLOing! I did like maybe... I got 4 kills, and I did 1,082 damage. Oh my god. That was the worst game ever. Oh man, what the bozo, dude. Alright, we're doing we're doing this again. 1,000 damage. I'm telling you guys, autoloaders are just so cringe because... You know, like the Progetto, for example, it reloads its shells as it's moving. So it's why auto reloaders are so overpowered. Because they can shoot with, like the Progetto, for example, has around 2,000 DPM on single shot. It's good DPM. And then the thing that's crazy is that it also has 3 shells. So when you're shooting the enemy, you know, you take a Borsig, for example, the Progetto in like 5 seconds can deal 900 damage to that tank. And then it can shoot on single shot with more DPM than me. So it just has all this DPM. And then when I'm trying to reposition to a new spot, the Progetto is too. And if it takes more than 15 seconds to reposition, then the Progetto already has all 3 shells back and does the exact same thing. And because the Progetto's faster than me, it's able to get there before me and start clipping them out again. It's why auto reloaders are so dumb. You know, I say it all the time. Auto reloaders are impossible to counter because if you try to rush them, they just have more shells than you. And even if they... Oh, well, I wasn't paying attention and actually used my adrenaline. But yeah, auto reloaders are just so cringe. They really are. It's why the Kron is overpowered. It's why the Minnow, in my opinion, is overpowered. It's why all of these auto reloaders are just able to take advantage of everything because they have extra shells with no downside. I mean... Is there any auto reloader that really has bad DPM? I guess the 116 F3 has bad damage per minute, but because the vehicle has 3 shells, it actually still has around 3,000 effective DPM if you dump the clip. I'm just gonna shoot him in the lower plate. Bisonte? Well, you want me to play it? Reloading. How is my teammate doing? The Tiger's not doing very good. I'm gonna have to help out this guy, because if I don't, he's gonna die. Oh, he did die, but at least I got the clear. Nice. 465. Tornvon is a really good tank. And when we actually have a game like this, and I'm actually able to use the gun and everything, it's totally fine, as we can see. Okay. 499. Brother. It's a 460 alpha gun. $505! Every shot! It's just crazy. 505, dude. Nah, you're getting out of the game. Yeah. Low roll that one. I don't mind if he shoots me twice, but taking off 1,000 of my health instead of 900? It's cringe. Because now I'm in a range for a one-shot for the ISU 152, and I wouldn't have been. What the lame. Patience is key. Problem is, there's no, like, hull down spot for me to hide my tank. Oh, I'm just dead. Oh, I'm not dead. Oh, I'm still dead. Will my team kill the ISU, or will they just allow him to shoot me? They're just gonna allow him to shoot me. Good job, guys. Good job. Wow, you really got me, yo. You covered me, dude. I can't believe that. They just allowed him to just drive up to me and kill me. Alright, well, the O is one shot, and he Pem's the one shot. So, let's just hope that our Borsig... Our Borsig rolled so bad on that shot. The Borsig has 580 alpha, and low-rolled that shell like crazy, dude. So now it's just going to be one of these games. Alright. Make your bets in the comments. Will we win or lose? I'm going to say there's a 50-50. If our team was smart, both cap. That's what our team should do if they're smart. But they're not smart. Ugh. Oh, I heard a shot. Okay, he's got it. Took him a while, but he got it. We're good. We got it. L? Yeah, you're an L, Blue. You're a freaking L. Imagine thinking that we'd lose this game. The power of Poob. Alright, that was a decent game, though. That was a pretty decent game. 3,000 damage, and topping the team. Well, I said Bisonte, so I guess I'll play in it. How many games do I have in this account? 98,200. That means all I need is 1,800 more games, and I am at the 100,000 barrier. The Bisonte! Hello, PGI. How you doing? Poob is a poob. Indeed. Indeed. My nose is itchy today. I'm itchy all over. I need the shave. I haven't shaved in a couple days. Problem is, I haven't really showered in a couple days, and before you're like, oh my god, it's because I go in the pool, and the pool has chlorine, so you don't need the shower. I usually don't get my hair wet, so when I go in the pool, it usually cleans your body with chlorine. I mean, it's basically like sitting in a pool of bleach. So I usually don't shower as often, especially because I'm in Arizona, and I don't like to waste water, so, you know, it's basically like an easy shower when you're in the pool. But the problem is, I don't shave when I go in the pool, so I need the shave. Any more monies tomorrow? So I'd say I'm doing rather decent. So what you're saying is you're going to give me more money? Alright, there's the enemy action. 10. Alright, the action 10's being shot. They have an AT-7 and a TS-60. I'm going to cross it. I think I should be alright. The Bisonte is not the fastest, but it's got decent enough mobility. Come here. Action. Bonk. Can't believe he hit that. Well, he had the easy shot, apparently. I mean, it's fine, because I feature more DPM than him anyway. Or, I don't feature more DPM, but I feature the same DPM. And, why are you rushing me? You know you're not going to beat me. Like, what is this play? Yeah? You want to go? Bye. Good job, I guess. Not really sure what the thought process was there, but, I don't think there was a thought process. It's just one of the... You know, that's the kind of player that if they were in an autoloader, they would have just YOLO'd. You know, if they were in a 50B, oh, just gonna YOLO you now. Oh, I don't care if you want to have fun. YOLO. That's the kind of player there. That's why you have to be really careful when you play in higher tier, because when you get a player like that, and they're in an autoloader, your game might be in jeopardy. Even if you kill the dude, if bro lowers half your hit points, still not very fun, is it? I don't think this AT-7 is enjoying this. I'm going to load a gold shell to guarantee the pen, and low roll massively, but it's fine, because one AP shell should get the clear. There you go. Any thoughts about Felice? I think it's overpowered. Which is what I said in my breakdown on the statistics overview, and it's also what I said in my video yesterday. So I think you know my thoughts on the Felice, to be honest. Come on, reload. Yeah. I killed Jemena Femboy. There's only room for one femboy on this stream. Damn. Bisonte too good. It is really good. I found it funny that there were people, like a couple days ago, or every now and then I'll see somebody that's like, I didn't like the Bisonte, I sold it. I'm like, why? It's literally the best tier 8 heavy right now. Why would you sell it, dude? It just says, I'm bad at the game. Yeah, anybody that sells this tank disappoints me big time. Where are you, LT? Where are you? Droodles is a femboy, bruh. Oh my god, he's in the corner. Of course he is. Of course he is. Well, REO should be able to get the clear, but just in case he really sucks at the game, I'm gonna make my way over there. Nope. Alright, good. I did fine, so I can't really get too mad. You can see all the shells that bounced my turret. Opinion on the Ho-Re tier 9? I think it's really good. I don't know if I would say it's cracked, but I do think it's a really, really good tank. The Bisonte, though, yeah, 4 kills, 4,100 damage. We didn't even ace it, dude. I mean, we probably earned 140,000 credits. No, 208,000 credits. That's crazy. Yeah, the Bisonte is just insane. I stink? Yeah, well, you are a smelly boo-boo. I don't know, that's all I got. Since you recommend me the Arak before, could you play with it at least once before I start to grind to the Murat? I mean, I would only recommend to play... I mean, the Arak, here's what I would rather do. I'm going to play in the Murat, because I think basing your opinion on a tier 8 is not as important as basing your opinion on the tier 10. The tier 10 of the line is always going to be the end-all, be-all. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hello, Juice W, Bobby Nito. Oh, I wasn't looking at where I was spawned. Butt? Yeah, you like butt, don't you? I would have gone up the hill the way the 121 did, but this Caro is just in my way. So, whatever. With the Caro in my way, that's not really a possibility. Now, the first play that I like to make on this map is I usually go right here. And the reason why is because when people over-aggress... Oh, well, actually. Speaking of over-aggressions, there's a 359, and there's a 365. That Caro, somebody tapped me. My tank moved. Maybe it was just my tank bopping on the hill, but my tank moved there. I don't know if you guys saw that. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Bonk. 392. Bonk. 372. This is such a good example, though, of where the Murat gun is so nice. We're already up to 1500 damage. The 50B got nuked. And I don't really care about the ML2, because, actually... Never mind. Just going to reload. I could have shot that enemy Murat as well, but it's not too big of a deal. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go for the 1 pen, 2nd pen, and that's another really solid chunk off that player. I mean, at this point, the enemy team's already cooked, let's be honest. Ah, there it is, dude. There it is. Oh, you think you can just back away after shooting me? Yeah, no, that's not happening. There's a tracking shell into you, and there's a 2nd pen. So even though the Grille took 500-ish health off me, I still hit him back for more. It's just such a good example of where the double shot mechanic on this vehicle is so nice. When the gun works, and you get into a game like this where you can actually have a rather enjoyable experience, I do really like this tank. There's another solid chunk of damage into that player. I'm going to wait here. Even though the Grille's going to shoot me, it's better than getting hit by the Murat. So I'm going to chill, and then... Not able to hit that. Okay. Let's just move up at this point. Ain't no way that guy's going to tunnel me. That's crazy, dude. I can't believe that the enemy Murat tunneled me, even though there's a Caro over here. Like, really, dude? Alright. Let's beat the Grille on the shot, and then let's take the enemy Murat out by loading a gold shell and missing. Well, it's fine. We drive into cover, and I don't need to worry. Either way, you can see that the Murat is a nice tank. The gun is nice, the mobility is nice, the gun depression, and even the armor is surprisingly good when using hull-down capabilities. I like this tank. I do like it. DMs? What am I looking at in DMs? Call me a good boy. Oh my god. What am I reading? $3,900 damage. Which do you prefer, Lesta or Wargaming version of Wattby? I like Wargaming's version better. I like that Lesta has more people in the queue and you enter battles instantly. However, at the same time, it's also because it's the European style server, so. What was I gonna play? I just said it. Oh, yeah. Somebody's asking to be taught on the Jagdpanzer E100. So sure, I shall play on the Jagdpanzer. Well, thank you for the donation. Thank you very much.
Aaron Christopherson donated MX $50 through Super Chat. Annihilator.
I've seen MX before, and I always forget what it is. And I'm pretty sure it's Aaron that donates every time, and I keep forgetting every single time. What is MX? Ah, Mexican peso. That's what it is. If it had said peso, I would have known. But when it says MX, bruh, blue, I will touch you. Okay. For every game Blue gets with me, he has to donate. Move! I'm not stopping for you, Gabriel. It's not my job. Okay, well this game's most likely going to be a loss, but we'll see. Nice. Terrible roll. 680. You know what the funny part is? I have nobody to help me. I have nobody to help me. So even though I beat the Type 71, I'm still gonna lose. I'm gonna lose the trade because nobody's helping me, dude. That's insane. Wow. I can't believe that. I give up, bro. I give up. Let me guess now the mouse is just gonna yell, move, Kron, move. I move. It's not my job to get bled because you're bad at the game. That's the best way to word it. Where did I got hatched. Okay. I'm cooked. Nobody's helping me. It's crazy. I can't believe this. Nobody's helping me. Really? Nobody. Full health Kron. Full health Hori. Where's the freaking team, dude? Wow, that was terrible. I cannot believe that. I just can't believe how useless my team was this game. That's insane, dude. Wow, I don't even care. Once again, just such a great showcase of why the Jagdpanzer sucks. It doesn't have the armor, it doesn't have the hit points to deal with heavies, and it's supposed to be a frontline tank. But you are so freaking reliant on your teams. It is not a good tank. So if you want to know how to play the Jagdpanzer, it's simply don't play it. I don't like the Jag very much. I don't think anybody likes the Jag very much. There's, you know, Jag fanboys that cry about how amazing the tank is, but I still consider it to be the worst tier 10 for winning games. It has no mobility, no turret, and its DPM isn't even that good. With calibrated shells, the Jag has 2,600-ish DPM, which is literally worse than the average tier 10 heavy. I'm not even joking. Like, why would you drive the thing? Let me go to, let me see the Jagdpanzer DPM. I'm not joking. It's like, it's really bad. The tank just pisses me off. I used to like it too, and then Wargaming ruined it. With calibrated shells, the Jagdpanzer has 2,775 DPM. It's the 15th worst out of the 17th in terms of tier 10 tank destroyers on damage per minute. The FE215B183 has about 3,000 damage per minute. So the tank has worse damage per minute than the 183. Not only that, it has terrible mobility, terrible camouflage, no reverse speed at 12, and I just don't know why you'd ever drive it. I really don't. I try to enjoy the Jag, but then you get games like that, and you just ask yourself, what could I have done better? The only play that I could have made better on that game was playing more passive. But at the same time, you see that the enemy team has a bunch of mediums that are going to play aggressive and win the medium flank. So it's just a situation like that. GG easy dub. Yeah, I don't really care, Blue. Okay, here we go. I like Jag in regular, but everything is so much slower. The issue is the maps are too small. It's not that the maps are too small. The size of the maps aren't the problem with the Jag. The problem with the Jag is that it's supposed to be a heavy tank that can't fight heavies. Like, for example, that Type 71 just gets 2 shots into me because I have nobody covering me. Like, think about that. I shoot the Type 71, I roll 680, which is a massive low roll. And then in return, the Type just shoots me back for 2 shots, 420 alpha. It's at 840 health I lost for a 680 shot. And the Type has 600 health more than me. So basically, I have 1400 health. The Type still has 2000 hit points. It's so dumb. The Jagdpanzer should have 2,500 health. It should have the same health as the average tier 10 heavy. That would actually allow the tank to go toe-to-toe with heavies. But why would you seriously ever drive a Jagdpanzer when you can drive an M6 shell, which literally has almost the same DPM with much better damage output and gun depression and flexibility and mobility? I don't get it. I really don't. Nobody can give me an argument to where the Jag is a good tank when vehicles like the M6 Show, the Kron, or any other auto reloader exists. Or Autoloader at that. I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, heck, my Annihilator, tier for tier, or not even tier for tier, just is just dealing so much more damage if you think about it than like a Jagdpanzer. How do all of those shots hit? I'm actually so mad that those 3 hit. This tank is so stupid. I was muted for 30 minutes. I mean, have you considered learning from your lesson? You're the kind of player that like pokes the same spot 3 times and expects something different to happen. And, you know, the other part about the Yag that I hate is that it doesn't get bounces. I mean, you guys watched that game I just played. I didn't get a single bounce. Not one. The mouse penned every single shot on me. It's, you know, the Yag was really good before calibrated shells. And then Wargaming brought Cali into the game. Or not brought Cali. What happened was the Yag was decent. And then Wargaming buffed calibrated shells. They buffed the Jagdpanzer armor, and then they nerfed it by giving Cali to every single freaking heavy. So it's just pointless. Like, you guys, when I was playing the Kron, may remember or may not, but I was up against a Jagdpanzer. I just loaded gold, and 350 mils of heat went right through. Right through. This tank is so dumb. There you go, 4,200 damage. Yeah, great. Look at this amazing Yag game, dude. 2 shots. There's my game. Wow. Because my 50B, who I am super reliant on, is a 46%er and dies immediately. My Kron, who I'm also super reliant on, did not help me. If this Kron had legitimately just helped me out, this game would have been so much easier to win. Of course, now my Blitz is frozen. Good job, Wargaming. People like this Kron, bruh. Try the Yag one more time, but it's just not a very good tank. Every now and then you get a good game in it, but what's my DPM in it? Yeah, 2,776. It's just average. That's the problem. Its DPM is average. Remove premium shells? No, that's a bad idea. Okay. Hello, Jordan. How are you doing? Ugh. Ground tank. Thank you for the donation. Thank you very much. Bro.
Aaron Christopherson donated
What am I looking at?
$50 through Super Chat. Ground tank.
The other problem is, with the pro camo on the Yag, it makes this thing like the brightest, you know, shoot me tank ever. Wargaming has to retract their statement about Noob MM being in the game. It's in the game. I don't know what you're... Oh. There you go. I like how that 2 and 5E still hits me full speed on the move. Like, yes, my shot was a little lucky, but full speed on the move and dude hits me? Bruh, really? And nobody else on the team, even though we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks here, nobody could hit him. The entire team was here. I was the only one. In the slowest tank, and I hit him and nobody else did. Bruh. Like, really. That guy's not spotted. I can't spot him because I'm in a tank destroyer. And I don't have U range. I'm hoping that that shell penned the XM, and it looks like it did. I'm pretty sure that guy had a lot more health than that when he was spotted just before. No. Never in a million years would that have hit. We've a 50B who's just camping in our spawn, which is not very helpful. Love to have hit that 60, but bro just crosses at the worst time possible for me, which really sucks. Bruh. I have an idea. It's not a bad idea. I'm tempted to back off here. If you do it sideways like this, you shouldn't bleed too much health. Yeah, I didn't actually bleed a single hit point for doing that. And then I can move up. Good job, IS-7. That's where the Jagd does hit hard. Okay. Am I spotted? No. I know that the 183 is there. I don't like this. The problem with this spot is that with that 183 right there, I'm in a really awkward position. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up. Just like this. Aiming, aiming. Nice. I'm going to put on my adrenaline. We're going to chill right here and angle. There you go. E6 doesn't pen me. Backing up. 832. Angle. This is how you drive a Jagd. This is how you do well in this tank. Pretty nasty damage. I'm going to angle the vehicle. Going to ignore all of that and move up to the E6. This was a better game. This was a much better game. You can see how when you're not in a position where your entire team is being YOLO'd and everything like that, it's fine. This is a really good game for the Jagd. 6,000 damage. It's such a hit or miss tank. It's literally like you have the best game ever or the worst game ever, and there's no in between. Like, it's such a weird tank, dude. It's such a weird tank. Can I goon on your pro camo? Yeah, I know you want it. There you go. 6,500 damage. We aced and finished top on the team. So we had a game that sucked in the Jagd, and then we had a game that was great in the Jagd. I am still going to say that the Jagd is not a reliable tank, and I will continue to say it. Goon on that pro camo. Yeah, do you want me to zoom in on it for you? Is that what you want?
$2 through Super Chat. I goon on that pro camo. GGS on that game earlier.
Alright, ground tank. Thank you for the donation. Also, that game was definitely not a GG. We both know that. Why am I running rammer on this thing? No. Thank you for the donation, though. Oh, I clicked off game. There you go. Time to roll out. Tune. $10. Did you guys think I muted my mic? I did not. There you go. First pending shot. Put on my adrenaline. Okay, E75 is moving over here. Ah, there you go. There it is. Average autoloader. There it is. That right there. Average autoloader player. Just, oh, I got shells. Let me YOLO. That right there is it. I can't believe you guys thought I was muted. I got you. I got you all. Oof. 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 That's gotta hurt. Problem is, I can't, oh, that's good. Yes, yes, yes. Not, oh. I become broke all of a sudden. Yeah, bro is a Ferrari and he can't afford $10. Average Ferrari owner. Hmm. 600. That's just such a juicer. The thing that's really nice about tier 8 heavies is that they have a lot of health. Like, you can see that. Even though that E75 shot me multiple times, I still got a lot of health left. Alright. Propeller English? What am I reading? There you go. Top on the team. Alright. What's next? The only tank I see being asked for is the VZ55. Let me do that one. Bat chat? I'll do the bat chat after. Hearing that bounce earlier made me think, can a ricochet cause damage? Yes, they can. If there are two tanks next to each other and your shell ricochets off one, it can hit the one next to it and pen. It has happened. It's very rare, but it has happened. Now, I like the VZ. I think it's one of the more balanced autoloaders in tier 10 because while it does have some really good capabilities, it also has a long reload between shells, it has very poor reverse speed, and pretty weak side armor, which means that it's pretty easy to deal with once it falls apart. It's also got mobility, which is nice. I like tanks that have good mobility. It's obviously not as mobile as the concept, but it has pretty good mobility. And the alpha damage is really, really nice on this thing. And the pen is really good, so we already did 800 damage. Oh guys, look at Yag. That tank is 800 damage per shot. Not anymore, because I just did 800 damage to that tank. It's just such a good example of how the VZ just defeats the purpose of the Jagdpanzer. Like, I just penned the guy twice. I have the same DPM as the Jag. Like, it's just so dumb. There you go. Easy high explosive. And... aw, shell went high. AMX1375 goes Burr. Thank you very much for the donation. Where the hell did that concept end, that guy?
Donated $1.99 through Super Chat. AMX1375 goes Burr.
Alright, moving up. Let's see. Yeah, I knew it. I don't really care, to be honest. I'll get one shell into the 260, and one shell into the VK90. And then I'll just move up a little bit more over here. I'm not going to get the bounce. As I said, this thing is really bad side armor. Like, people don't realize how bad the side armor is. It's unusable levels of bad. There's somebody that tried telling me, oh, Droodles, you're wrong. The side armor on this tank's really good. And I'm like, really? Am I? Because last time I checked, the side armor is borderline unusable. But the gun's still great. A lot of static. Yeah, I know. I hear it too. I don't know what's going on. But it's better than nothing. Look at how hard that VK90 wants to tunnel me, dude. Yeah, keep tunneling. You got company. 447. 444. Yeah. It's not so fun. Not so fun now. Bye-bye. Pretty good game, though. Very, very solid amount of damage. Really, that's where I got penned on that little observation device. That's so dumb. But yeah, almost a 5k game. Like, the VZ, its gun is great. Ah, dang. That was just a bad shot for me. Can't believe I have to shower right now. Imagine showering. Yep, there you go. Great VZ game. It's such a fantastic heavy tank. I don't know why more people don't use it. I really don't. What are my stats in it? Well, to be fair, a lot of the games I played in this tank was before it had the autoloader, so I'm definitely averaging more damage. I'm not sure about win rate. It's kind of hard to go 70% nowadays with how the teams are, but in terms of damage, definitely more. AMX 1375. I do actually think the 1375 is the best of the 3-shot autoloading light tanks. There's quite a few. And not just 3 shots. There's also the AMX 13... What's it? The 57. That one is really fun, but the 1375 is just flat better. Because not only does this vehicle have a faster interclip at 1.33 seconds, but it also features shell reload boost. So you can make the interclip literally 1 second on this tank. You can dump the whole clip in 2 seconds, dealing 460 damage. It's a little dumb. Check your in-game chat, bro. What? You didn't send me... Okay. Thank you. I'm back. Meadsy said you got a ban. Don't think I got a ban, judging that I'm playing Blitz right now, so not sure about that one. Oh, my thing needs to be refreshed. Maybe you're watching an old video. Have you considered checking when the video was posted? I'm gonna go fully wide. Well, not a great start. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not great either. There you go. Move. Move. My god, bro. What are we doing? Yeah, have fun with the egg. Frickin' bozo, dude. Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing really good. You got 297 health left. Some really good plays. Okay. One, two, three. Wow, I just lost half my health. I mean, that's one of the downsides of being a tier 7 light. You don't have much health to begin with. Well, okay. Well, I still took 300 health off that guy. Can't really do anything right now. Because that CS is somewhere over there. And unfortunately, until the CS gets spotted, I can't really do anything. I mean, I guess I can shoot at the Chisei's hatch. Yeah, it's about what I expected. Skilled player there. I just, whatever. I give up. CS is spotted anyway, so I can move up at this point. Nuh-uh. What? Oh, never mind. He's AFK. Do you see how ridiculously overpowered that intro clip is? Also, do you see how hard people tunnel light tanks? This Chisei is the prime example of light tank tunnel in Blitz. Like, dude really wants me. Oh my god, I'm out of... I ran out of AP. Just sit here. I don't need to do anything else. That's fine. Centurion and the 122 are going to bleed him out in a second anyway, so I wouldn't have gotten any more damage. That was a pretty good game. That was a pretty good game, if I say so myself. I really like the... Oh, Jimmy Kimmel is back. But I really like the AMX. It's such a crazy tank. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I got banned. I don't see any videos from me where it says I got banned, dude. Yeah, not that one. Okay. Either way. Let's see. What's next? Grille. 60 TP. Lion. I think you're gonna have to donate for that one. That's a shame. That's a shame. I'll do the Grille. Teams are being a lot better now, I will say that. They were really, really bad before. Definitely a lot better now. Why would you have gotten banned? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, Vagon. I love tea. Tea. F you. I told you the rules. You're the one who told me, you gotta buy money. So, now you're getting extorted for money. Made it back in the Mystic. Very nice. Surprised Easy Ombre hasn't done, like, his donation spree. They have two heavies. What is it? They have a Progetto and a Yo. There you go. Nice. They have 3 tank destroyers. Oh, okay. Well, there's one of them. Bruh. Lemon. Not sure what to say,
King Lemler
Lemon.
YT donated $2 through Super Chat. Play the Vindicator.
Are you still trying to, like, cancel me, Lemon, or are we chill? The Grille is so good. Already up to 3,000 damage. I actually consider the Grille to be like one of the best tier 10s in the game now. We chill. I don't even know why you got mad at me to begin with, dude. I didn't do anything to you. If you have beef with Trigger, I don't need to get involved into that, so. Beef with Trigger. Don't beef with me, you poop. Dude, tell me the Grille is just not amazing. Come on, Chrono. Unfortunately, my Murat got damaged, and the T-22 at the same time drove up. I was really hoping I could get that reload out, and the Yo was on reload, but nope, he was not. Oh well, still a pretty good game. I absolutely farmed. I kind of did everything this game, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of did everything this game. Nice. This T-22 was a just fantastic example of the medium player base driving their mediums to the heavy flank. It doesn't work, dude. It will never, ever work. Just won't. I just want to see how long it's going to take. It's time for the carrot, the Caro. How you doing, femboy? I didn't message you earlier. Sorry, I went outside and wasn't back for a while.
It's time for the carrot.
Alright, Lemon, I'll give you a one-time offer. $100 and I'll give you a mod back on the channel. Ha 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 ha. How long will it take our team to kill the T-22? Oh, good shot. Oh, good shot. You have his entire upper plate exposed and you're still shooting the hull. There you go. You guys figured it out. Oh my god. Never acquired the taste for tea. I agree. I like iced tea. I got that. Yep, 4,000 damage. Not bad. Not bad. I could have done a little bit more. Like 5,000, almost 6,000 if that Yo didn't have the shells, but he did. And 900 damage in 1.71 seconds is just not counterable. But yeah, the Grille's a bop now. The Grille is so good. It kind of plays like a Sheridan. $100? Yes. Alright, what's next? What's next? I guess the Caro. Le Carro. Wait, I need to fix this. There you go. Better. Hot milk is okay. Hot chocolate's good. Hot milk, eh. Yeah, drinking warm milk is just kind of weird. Ooga booga
King Lemler
booga.
YT donated $10 through Super Chat. O-G-G-G-A-B-O-O-G-G-G-G-A-O-O-G-G-G-G-A.
I have no words. Play the most cringe tank you know for 3 games in a row. Well, that kind of works out. Uh. Alright, sweet. Chatbot stroked. Oh my god. What phone do you have? I have a Samsung Trifold. Or not Trifold. That's what I want. I have the Samsung Z Fold 7. I want the Trifold. I don't care if it's $3,000. I will buy it. My current phone's worth probably like $1,500, so I'm gonna give it to my dad for probably $1,500, and then my dad's gonna give my mom the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I think that's what he just has the iPhone 16 Pro, but we're just gonna like trade phones. But I'm waiting for the Trifold to come out. I really, really want a Trifold. Not gonna shoot, just because I want this M60 to have a false sense of security. Okay, I still got 2 shots out, but I'm glad I backed up because they have a 40-05, and I don't really want to deal with that. Okay, let's move up. Am I spotted? I am, aren't I? I don't know if I'm spotted, dude. I'm going to assume that I'm unspotted now. Yeah. I'm spotted? Really? The 121B spotted me, bro? It's crazy. Crazy, that's how it goes. Millions of people. Boob and boob. There you go. Did get a tracking shell, which means I can get the 3rd pen. Bro, U100 side armor, when you have medium pen, is so goofy sometimes because you don't have enough pen to reliably cut through it, as you saw, but it says you do, and it's just that really annoying intermediate I'm not going to waste my time on the Rhino. I'm just going to reload and push the 40-05. The Caro is so fast, by the way, when you run gear oil and you pair it with what I'm doing here. Of course he's not running Spall. The Leopard has all that DPM, and it doesn't mean anything because I have a clip. If he's AFK, he's over in this corner here. Oh, he's not AFK. Okay. Alright, dude. Alright. I would love to be able to shoot him, but this E5's fat frickin' ass is in my way. Well, we did 3,000, so it was a fine game, but my whole team was in my way there. Which one is more dangerous, Lion or Caro? I would say they're both the same level of dangerous. I think the Caro is really scary, but the Caro can only deal about 12. The Caro does about 1,200 damage.
YT donated $1.05 through Super Chat.
Thank you for the donation. Is it going to pop up the other one? I don't think so. What I was going to... Oh,
Aaron
there it is.
Christopherson donated MX $100 through Super Chat. KPZ70.
Either way. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. The Caro has 380 alpha, which means that it can deal around 1,200 damage in a clip. Yes, you have another shell, but you only use that if you need to. The Lion can deal 800 damage in a clip because it has tungsten, and then you actually gain DPM on second shot. So I think the Lion overall is maybe a little bit more effective, but in general, both are pretty good. 3 of the most cringe tanks possible. Okay, well, the first most cringe tank is easily the tier 10 American light tank, the Sheridan. Thank you very much for the donations, guys. I always find it funny. Blitz is like the only game where I can actually call the vast majority of my audience guys. You know, whenever I'm pushing somebody, I'm like, okay, guys, let's do this. Like, it's just, this is one of the few games where I can actually say it. I like how Hicks has just turned into a YouTube bot. That's literally just all he is now. Okay. Crazy. That's how it goes. Sheridan is so annoying. It is an annoying tank. I agree. And a DPM on the Houri is brain dead. Oh, don't worry. We're getting to the Houri. Don't you worry. Can I be unbanned in the server? I'm going to speak to Trigger. I'll speak to Trigger about it. Because if I unban you, Trigger might just ban you again. So, yeah. You should also probably take down your community post on me. You monkey. What is the reload for the Houri? I think it's around 10 seconds. It's hard for me to remember exactly, but it's got around 3,400 DPM, which is insane for what it is. Sheridan, E50M, okay. I'm not in the best tank to counter an E50M, I'll be honest. Just really not. And the enemy team having a Sheridan as well. I'm not going to play over aggressive. the problem is, remember I keep talking about imbalanced spawns? This map has an imbalanced spawn. And the reason why is because this spot here, you have to poke all the way over here to spot the enemy crossing. It's really dumb. And you don't have a bush. The other side is a bush. That bush can spot tanks crossing over here, but this bush can't. So it's completely unfair when you actually think about it. I have to poke all the way out here, and when I poke, if a tank's in that bush, it'll be able to see me. It is a classic example of wargaming once again failing on map design. However, that Sheridan failed at life because they're dead now. What a bozo. That is why you don't do that position. I see so many skilled players go to that spot, and they're like, ooga booga, I'm going to get some farm out. No, it doesn't work. That spot is so bad. People need to stop lying to themselves and saying, like, ooh, that spot's going to give me a good farm. Occasionally it does, but realistically it doesn't. .554 into the 183. The dumbest part about the Sheridan is that it actually has pretty good DPM. That is by far the dumbest part. Like, if the Sheridan had bad damage per minute, I'd be like, yeah, you know, it's a mid-tank because of that. But it doesn't. It doesn't have bad DPM. It has 2600. It's quite good in that department. I don't even care if the 60 shoots me. Oh, never mind. This is what happens when you get a steamroll. This here, it was one of the fastest steamrolls I've had in a while. Hoping that I can get one more shot out. I have the mobility, and I'm up to 3,000 damage. So one more pen will put me up to 3,600 damage. The Grille's not running Spall. So there you go, 661. But that's like the average Sheridan game there. It's just such an easy tank. Was my favorite flavor of ramen? I'm gonna say pork. Pork is definitely my favorite. Ace of MX is me. Were you in my game? I see in the AMX M4. I will give you glasses. But yeah, really good game for the Sheridan. And it's not even a really good game. It's just an average game. What's my stats on it? Yeah, 72%. And by the way, I've had this thing back when missiles. I actually, for those of you that are unaware, I hate the Sheridan missile. I don't hate it now because it's a separate tank that you can only use in game modes. But I will honestly take the credit as one of the major driving factors in why the Sheridan missile is not in pubs right now. I hated that tank. I hated it so much. And I made so many videos. I even remember specifically calling out Fatness for spamming the tank in one of my streams. That was when I had a lot of beef with Fatness because he kept using the tank and I just hated everything about it. I hated the fact that you could drive a tank and sit behind a ridgeline and shoot somebody and not bleed or not even be spotted. It was unfair. It was cringe. It ruined the whole point of Blitz. And I made so many videos saying that the Sheridan missile needed to be removed. And I had such a hatred for that vehicle that I refused to use missiles on the tank. I still drove it, but I only used it with APCR and high explosive. Freaking hated the Sheridan missile. So I posted so many videos saying to get that thing removed from the game, and I legitimately do think that if I hadn't, and I had said, you know, the Sheridan missile is great for the game, we might have still had the Sheridan missile in Blitz right now. It's the same thing with Reforged, right? My Reforged videos have accumulated over 500,000 views, which for Blitz is insane, and I think that if I had been positive about Reforged on day one, Commander still would have been in the game, and a lot of the changes that we're seeing right now would not have happened. So whether you like me as a content creator or you don't, at the end of the day, you can't disagree with the fact that I do have a driving force in the community. Hori is just such a dumb tank, dude. Like, how do you counter this thing? I'm going to move up over here, and we're going to see if I can get some damage into the Rhino. Oh, there's the Rhino. What? What? Where did that go, dude? That shot was crazy. At least that one hit. I'm going to move up on the Rhino. I'm going to put on reactive so the Rhino can't reliably pen me, and get another pen into that player for 610 damage. Then I'm going to back up. The Rhino's on full reload, and I'm not too worried about the 30B. However, that 30B is really cringe right now. Still alive, still plenty of HP. Just gotta wiggle and hope that the 30B bounces me. I got it out. I cannot believe that that Foch tunneled me. That's insane when you actually think about it. I did fine. I did over 3,900 damage. And I did everything that I needed to in this game. The fact that that Foch shot me, the fact that that Foch was being pushed by a 7.52 and an E6 and a 183 and said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tunnel the guy in the frickin' Hori not looking at me. To me, that's just insane. Good shot, 183. What are we doing, dude? How dumb can you be? All you have to do is drive that way. That way, you fucking moron. Like, holy shit. Wow, what a moron. I can't believe that. Also, no, that's not a rage. I'm just literally calling that guy a freaking moron. I don't understand how you can be that bad at the game. I really don't. My brain cannot comprehend how you can't connect the dots that driving straight instead of reversing into the enemy is a smart play. Whoa. The good news is that our E6 is Tinoy, and Tinoy is a decent player. At least to what I'm aware. So, I think he's good enough at the game to the point where he will carry this battle. Most people don't like change. That's why they get stuck in the same average BS for so long. In my opinion, commanders weren't that bad. No, commanders were bad. They were going to sell them. You can't say it, you know, at least if they didn't sell them. I agree that commanders in theory were good. But as I've said multiple times, they could have just put equipment into the game like World of Tanks PC has, and it would have done the entire role of commanders without having to put commanders in the game. That is all they had to do. Instead, Wargaming said, nah, hold my beer. Let's try to monetize equipment. That's literally what Wargaming said. Let's try to monetize equipment. And that's what the problem with commanders were. They were a monetized version of equipment that were only going to be available during certain events and season passes that you might have to pay money for. They literally confirmed themselves that they were planning to make commanders paid. They literally said that. So, commanders were never, ever, ever going to work. Ever. That is as simple as it is. Whether or not you think they were a good idea does not change the fact that they would have ruined the game. That is why I didn't want commanders into the game. I'd much rather have equipment like World of Tanks PC has, because equipment is impossible to charge people for. That's as simple as it is. All right, what is next? That is... Also, who the heck texted me? Bruh. Nah. That's not happening. My sister asked if I would move near her, but I don't know why I would do that when I literally have free rent where I currently live. Okay. What am I going to play in? What am I going to play in? I have to do the next cringe tank. So I did the Hori. I did the Sheridan. What was the other... Was it... I picked 3 tanks earlier today that I said were the most cringe tier 10s. Ah, that's what it was. Yeah, the M6 show. I was just trying to remember what I said was the third most cringe tier 10, and it's the M6 show. My 3 picks for the most cringe tanks in tier 10 are M6 show, Sheridan, and Hori. Those are the tanks that cause me the most pain and grief in the game, by far. Nothing else. Nothing else. When is the server merge? I can't play in my EU account from Asia because of high ping. The server merge will be when Reforged is released. So, probably 6 months. That's going to be my guess. Reforged will be released within around 6 months. How much donations to show your cat on stream? Well, judging that my cat is currently in the other side of the house, and I'd have to bring her through the office all the way over to here, probably like $20. I think that's how much I would say is worth it for me to have to go and grab my cat and bring her over here, especially because I'm allergic to her. Hold down E50M is cringe. I do agree, Hicks, but I just think a tank that can deal 900 damage in 1.7 seconds is kind of dumb. If you want to tune, you know the rules, Blue. What would you consider to be the best tech tree to grind? I think for a beginner, you have really good choices like the IS-7. The T110E5 is another really, really good option. I think those would probably be some of the better choices. Here, watch this. This is why the Yo is an incredibly broken tank. Watch. Oh, well. Never mind. Okay. 0 damage. It's on me. I should have just not even bothered. But it's fine. We're going to reload. And if I can reload for 5 more seconds, we can get the clip into the Grille. And that'll be a pretty equally nasty clip. You ready? Let's see if he's running Spall. He is not running Spall. However, it doesn't matter, because he's dead. Either way, those were bad shots there. Yep, watch that. Yes, indeed. Skill issue? I don't know if those were a skill issue. Alright, alright. This time we got it. There's 440. There's 1,003. That's right, we just took half of that guy's health off. That's it. Now he's back in the cover. You can't counter it. You just can't. It's so dumb. Why drive a VZ55 when you can drive an M6 Yo? Look, guys, a 777. Boom, 474. Boom, 932 back in the cover. We're probably not going to win. Our team does not seem... Well, it is winnable. I will say that. It is winnable. Three, two... Oh, we got the 268 right here. 1, 2... This is not good. This is not good. Come on, go, 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 go. Nah, I'm cooked. The CS has been sitting on this freaking Type 71 the entire game. And that is a problem, because when you're wasting your time on a tank like that, it's just not helping anybody. The only way I could win this is if I ammo rack the 121, which I didn't. I did fine, to be fair. I'm at 4,200 damage, so it's not like I've done anything wrong. That CS is why we lost the game. All that CS had to do was push up and kill the Type 71. It's not that hard to use your one brain cell and think, huh, I'm in a medium. Maybe I should flank. Huh. Instead, that player allowed the Type 71 to just sit there and wasted their entire game on that. It's the same thing, you know, I've used this example in the past, but I think it's a really good example. I remember I used to watch, like, Fatness playing Super Heavies, and he used to hate Super Heavies. And the reason why was because he would play really passive in Super Heavies, and he would try to bounce all the shots so that his health would last as long as possible. But the problem with that is when you're driving a Super Heavy, the whole point of that tank is to push, is to use your health so that you can be the blockade for your team to make a winning play, right? That's the problem. So when you have a game like that, and it's the same example here. You can't be a freaking pussy. You have to make a play at one point. You have to, or you're gonna lose. That's to start using Grubhub. I use DoorDash. I had sushi DoorDash to me, and half of it was all over the bag. I don't think that's really DoorDash, though. That's just the individual person being a douche. Okay. What's next? There was one more donation, and it was for the Kampfpanzer 70. All right. All right, this is the last donation on the live stream. We've been streaming for about an hour and 50 minutes. So I'm going to do 3 more games. If we get any donations, I will keep going. Apart from that, I'm going to end it off after these 3 games. M6 show kind of looks stupid. To me, the M6 show looks like average 1960s American concept. Crazy. That's how it goes. That song's just stuck in my head. My lion. Maybe. Have a good one, Aaron. Appreciate the donations as always, man. Jagdpanzer 70, in my opinion, is very overpowered. The damage per shot, the mobility, everything this tank features is... It's just really, really good. It does have some downsides. Lower DPM. It's not bad DPM, but it is a bit lower. Bro, why are we YOLOing in the Foch? Like, you used to be in Mystic, but, like, just because you're in a Foch doesn't mean you should YOLO. Now, I'm going to do a play that I think... Okay, that guy's dead. This is just average blitz, guys. They're already down a full health tank. I haven't even gotten into position yet, and the enemy team's already down a full health tank. Think about that. Like, look at this. I literally have not gotten into position to shoot the enemy, and they're already down almost half their health. There you go. Like, that's just crazy to me. This is why sometimes it's really hard to enjoy this game. Because you get people like this guy in the Foch who's making the most aggressive, stupid YOLO ever, and he's getting rewarded for it. If I made a play like that, I can already tell you what would happen. I'd be dead. I'd be dead in 5 seconds, because I know my luck. But you get people like this, and they just YOLO. Bro, why are we driving in the open? Whatever. I'm just going to aim it on the Super Conk. Whatever. Me trying to get damage be like... Oh boy, 73 freaking damage, dude. Just games like this are really unfun. They end in 5 seconds, you get no damage, the people that YOLO get rewarded for being bad, and it's over. That's it, the whole game's over. Because for some reason the enemy Foch and Contracaro thought, gee, let's sit in the literal opposite side of the map. Yeah, games like this really irritate me. Because if I were, as I said, if I were to play that aggressive, I'd be dead in 5 seconds. But then these players can just do whatever they want and get away with it. I hate this game, dude. Move out of my way, Jagdpanzer. Like, actually, dude. I'll do the Jagdpanzer again. This game was really, really unfun. I did 1100 damage. That was my whole battle. I did 1100 damage, dude. I just drove and drove and drove and drove and drove. That was it. That game would have really pissed me off if I was on the enemy team, but it actually pissed me off even more being on my team. We've had 2 games like this tonight, and I've only played like 15 games, so that means 1 out of 7 battles you get a game like this, where you literally hold W the entire game and get nothing. So unfun. What time is it there? 11:58. Ugh. Offensive 70 feels accurate and inaccurate at the same time. Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes it hits great shots. Sometimes it doesn't. Why does Droodles always complain, win and lose? I don't always complain. You just decide to point out when I complain, and when I don't complain, you don't mention anything about it. It's like when people say that I have rigged matchmaking because they see me have a couple of good games in one video and act like that's all of my games I play. And they simply just choose to ignore all the other games that I've showcased on live stream and in my channel, where I have the worst teams ever. It's the exact same situation. A lot of the games that I've been playing today, like the Sheridan game, I had a totally chill experience where I didn't complain at all. I'm aiming it on this guy. It's happening. But, yeah, a lot of the game... 368? That's insane. But, yeah, a lot of the games I play, I don't complain. But, you know, every now and then I do, and then people are like, oh my god, all Droodles does is complain. So pick and choose your battles. It's accurate for its gun caliber. I think the Kampfpanzer in general is really accurate. Sometimes it has troll shots, but in general, it's pretty good. I need the backup before that Sheridan pokes me, so we're gonna chill right here. See, like this game here, this is a chill game. Nobody's getting steamrolled immediately. I'm dealing damage. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. I spoke too soon. But I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. The Leopard's AFK, so I'm gonna load in a high explosive. I don't even care if the Contra car shoots me, to be honest. I really don't. Because you know what the thing about the Contra car is? It only has 3 shells. It doesn't have the DPM to reliably shoot me and then reload. So I can just move up. And I don't really care about the Sheridan. Just going to chill here. And I can just overmatch. Oh, no, I can still. I don't trust that. I'm just going to load a gold shell and guarantee the pen instead of risking something that Wargaming says is a pen. I don't believe that's a pen. I'm not going to risk it. So, yeah. Lagged out. That's unfortunate. But it's why I always shoot AFK players when I can, and I see that my team's winning. Because that player would have been back right now. So, free damage, and it helps my team. Alright, that guy's dead. We're going to aim it on the Foch's lower plate. There you go. The Foch is actually using the single shot. However, I might be dead. No, the Foch is going for the Leopard. That Foch is actually a little smarter. He was like, oh, look, I can get more damage on the Leopard. Which is what I would have done, too. Ooh, 700 Maxwell. This is now, like, the 3rd teammate that has gone in my way. And then he's mad at me. Don't drive somebody. Don't drive behind somebody that's a one-shot and expect them to, like, kill themselves for you to get an extra 42 damage. Either way, pretty good game. 4,400 damage dealt. Pretty good game. Sam, in my country, we don't have freedom of speech. What? What country do you live in? It's got to be like South Africa or something like that. Germany, actually, is pretty sus when it comes to freedom of speech. Either way, pretty good game. Last battle. I'll be nice, and I will play it in the lion so that you can stop sucking my freaking schlong about the lion blue. Even though bro apparently makes a bajillion dollars a month and owns a Ferrari, bro can't afford to pay me $2 to see a lion played. I'm irritated. You're welcome. Thank you very much, Easy Hombre. Appreciate it. Pick a tank.
Easy_Hombre donated $1.99 through Super Chat. I'm irritated. You're welcome.
What's the most you've made approximately from YouTube ads and Patreon? Why would I say that out loud? I'll just put it like this. I'm not struggling to live day by day. But I don't love sharing. You don't want to share your wage to people online. Whether it's a lot or not a lot, in general, you don't share your wage to people. It's just not something you do. Not when your job is content creation. Because then certain people get jealous and other people do whatever. You know, it's just not something that you want to do.
Blue donated $2.
I'm actually going to dump my clip because I have my reactive. Yes, good boy. That E50 is going to be really annoying. Oh my god, what a moron. Alright, let's reload. 289. There it is. That's the guy that's been shooting me in the back the entire game. Ah. Don't want to shoot the lion. I want to shoot the chieftain. Or not the lion, the rhino. There you go. What is that? Man, my RNG is sucking right now, dude. It's actually sucking. And of course the 183 sucks all that damage away. I'm not going to deal much more this game. The enemy team... The only tank that has health at this point is the chieftain, so that's the only player I really am going to try and go for. That STB is really annoying, dude. Like, he is really annoying. Like, I know you want my freaking ball sack inside you, but, like, how about we don't tunnel me every single second of your waking existence, my guy? They also have the leopard, which is back there. Okay. I'm not poking. Screw it, I will. I didn't get spotted. Alright, I'm moving up. Of course. And there it is. There it is. The 183. Brother. Brother. If that STB didn't shoot me, I could have gotten an additional 1,200 damage that game. I didn't do bad. Just that STB deciding to shoot me, it was really cringe. I did fine. 2,600. I'll take a win. The Lion is a chill tank. It's just when you're up against an STB-1 that can pen your turret every single time you poke, and specifically tries focusing you, it's going to be a little bit cringe. But I do really like the Lion. I do pretty good in it. 3,500 average. It's a really, really nice tank. Okay. Because you donated, I'll do one more game, the Lion. I'll be nice. Alright, guys. This is the last game on stream. If there's any more donations, we'll keep going. Apart from that, I'm ending it off here. Do you know what is next in Blitz? What? What am I reading? Sorry, Droods, but my relatives are saying to build your own or use it for yourself. I don't know what that means, so I don't know what you're talking about. That's not English. I'm talking about 1,800. Oh. What? You mean the PC? I mean, I didn't expect it anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Love how the Polish TD names were getting crapped on by how goofy they sound. The Błyskowika. 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 Błyskowicha. Błyskowika. Do you have a sack? I have a sack of... No. Can we English in chat a bit? I know, right? Okay. Probably one of the worst maps I could have been given in this tank, and not only that, we're up against a Sheridan, so not a great matchup to have. Oh! Worth. Absolutely worth. Dumping your clip to punish somebody pushing up mid-hill is always going to be a positive play. Always. Always, always, always. Because now the Sheridan's dead, and I didn't have to bleed a single hit point for it. It worked in my favor. Now, the enemy team doesn't have too many tanks that really scare me. And not only that, but if I go fully wide here, possible I can get that bad shot. I'm just gonna keep pushing. There's nothing I despise more than this map. I don't hate this map, it's just in a lightly armored tank like this, it's pretty pointless to drive this tank. Alright, that guy's dead. That's pretty good. The Jagdpanzer is probably behind me, so I have to be really careful about that. But I'm now reset, so I'm going to go all the way into their spawn, like this. There's a 425 into the IS-4, and a 337, and we continue going into the spawn all the way over here. Let me reload, 321, boom, 349. The Jagdpanzer's all the way in the back over there, dude. Why? Bruh, back up. Thank you. There's 1, 2, 3. And that is a 3,500 damage game. And that is how you average 3,500 damage in this tank. It's pretty easy to deal damage in the Lion. Even on a map like Mines, which is pretty awful for this tank. If you use the tungsten, you use the clipping potential, you can do really good. And we actually got screwed in the beginning. We should have had an additional 300 damage because we fired at that freaking bat chat and the shell just did not pen. So that was also really cringe. But we still did 3,600 damage. So not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, well, that was a lot better than earlier today. I will tell you that. I don't know. Sometimes Blitz teams are cancer. Sometimes they aren't. We had a pretty good session there. Let me see. Master 9,000. So, I'm going 66% with 3,400 today. It was a lot worse earlier, so being able to bring it back, it's definitely a lot better now. I would say we probably went around 4K. Actually, I can do the math. Let's see what we averaged in tier 10 today, guys. Let's see. So, let me pull out the calculator. Let me drag it over here. So what, we had 3,600. Also, for any of you watching, at this point, if you're going to donate for a tank to see played, this is your only chance. 2,600. We have 4,200. We have 4,100. 3,600. 3,061. The Grille game was good, yeah. 4,347. And then we did the VZ, which was almost 5K, 4,737. Then we had a Jag game, which was 6,500. And then we had a really bad Jag game, which kind of evened out the good one we had for 1,500. But I'll take it, because if you average both the Jag games together, we still went like 4K. So it's not the worst experience. We had a Murat game for 3,900. And we had a Kron game. And that was the first tier 10 game we played today. So you add all that together, how many games is that? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you take 45,900 and you divide it by 12. Today we averaged 3,825 damage in tier 10 for the 12 games played. So as we can see, averaging damage, it's not incredibly hard, but it does require decent teams. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.